All right, I will read the script word for word. Please bear with me. Contestant briefing. The location of the contest will be Saturday, February 15th. Your check-in time is 8:30. Address. What is the address? It's at Great Wolf Lodge in Scottsdale, right off of Pima Road and something. I don't know the address.
I'm going to put the
Should
address
be
in the chat.
Hayden. It should be Hayden Road, not Pima.
It's Pima.
It's Pima Road.
I'll put the address in the chat.
I thought the address said was 7333 North Hayden.
No, we'll put it in the chat right now.
Okay.
All right.
Goodness.
The contest order.
It is 7333 North Pima Road.
Okay. Not sure where the confusion came in, but glad get it right now.
And the address is in the chat.
All right.
Got it. Okay.
All right. The contest order will be area 1. So area A1, B1, C1, or D1 in the respective rooms. Area 1, table topics, followed by area 1, international. Quick break, area 2, table topics, followed by area 2, international. Quick break, area 3, table topics, followed by area 3, international. The winners of areas 1 through 3 will be announced after the conclusion of area A3, international. We will have a lunch break. We will resume at 1:30. Your check-in time will be 1 o'clock. We will begin with area A4 table topics, then area 4 table topics for your division, then area 4 international. Area 5 table topics, then area 5 international. If applicable, area 6 table topics, followed by area 6 international. Then we will announce the winners from areas 4 through 6 after that. The contestant speaking order was drawn previously. It is posted online at our website at aztoastmasters.org/contest. Correct? It was a random drawing, so we had to pre-record it so that you could see that it was drawn at random. Some of those contestants may have changed since. If you are an alternate, you will follow the person who I announced during the speaking order online. So for example, if I had announced Chad Reed as speaker number 2, but now Chad Reed has dropped and Jeff Isserman was the second place winner in the club, then Jeff Isserman will take Chad Reed's spot as contestant number 2. If Jeff Isserman was not available or the second place contestant does not show up, then we will just skip that person and move on to speaker number 3. Contestant reminders, the speaking area. There will be tape on the floor to alert you of the speaking floor. Your speech must be original. Do not reference any other speaker or speaker's presentation. The timers will be in the room with cards. There will be no timing lights. They will hold up the green the entire time until it's time to hold up the yellow. They will hold up the yellow until it's time to hold up the red. They will hold up the red until you are done speaking. They will give you no clue that you went over time if you went over time. Winners for all contests will be announced at the end of the session. As previously discussed, 1 through 3 will be announced at the conclusion of 3. 4, 5, and 6 will be announced at the conclusion of 5 or 6 if applicable. Please read the rule book. There were some minor changes. For example, a CC no longer qualifies you to compete this year. The rule book is available at toastmasters.org/rulebook. Read the 2024-2025 rule book. Review your ballots for the contest you're competing. That really does allow you to know what you're being judged on. So if you're competing for table topics, review the judging ballot for table topics or international. Table topics. Table topic speakers 2 and on will be asked to leave the room and will be in the hall until the sergeant at arms brings you back in. During table topics, we will say your name. We will read the question. We will read the question again and say your name again, and then the floor is yours. All contests in the same area contest will have the same question. No one can leave the room during the contest. The point that we're doing now is we're having these contests in order to make them more expedient. So once a contest starts, you're not allowed to leave the room or enter the room. All right, for international. For international, there's an additional need. You must have a certificate of completion in levels 1 and level 2 of any path in the Toastmasters Pathways learning experience, or have earned a distinguished Toastmasters. If a club is chartered less than 1 year before the club contest, a charter member may be permitted to compete without having completed this requirement. The club must have officially chartered before the area contest. So those of you that are in new clubs, you do not have to be a level 2 if your club chartered within the past year. All contestants must have their dues paid and must be part of a club in good standing, meaning the club has paid at least for 8 members. If you are a second and third place contestant here, just be prepared to compete, because sometimes the day of, the first place contestant has, they get sick, they don't show up, they forget, and you will be allowed to step in if it was submitted in that way. You can't just show up and be like, I'm third place or I'm the alternate. Housekeeping. If we don't have your forms yet, the contest team will be in touch. If you have any questions, you can always email contests with an S at aztoastmasters.org and or pqd@aztoastmasters.org. That is the official briefing. I will now open, before I open the floor, Christine, did I miss anything? No, sorry. All right.
I do. Sorry,
Okay,
I was on mute. I do have a little bit of information. All of the information that Peter just mentioned, I put in the chat, the address for the contest location, the contest website, the link for getting your tickets, and the email for contests. A couple things before we move on. We need to ask if there are any contestants who have special considerations, things that we need to let our timers or anybody in the room know.
Yes, I do.
Marcus?
Yes, so I am blind and I have the system that I've done in the past with contests is that someone will use a clicker and click once for green, twice for yellow, and 3 times for red.
Once for green, twice for yellow.
Right, and 3 times for red.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think we should be able to make that happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like in our club, they'll just say the word, but that's not as good as a clicker because you're trying to tune out people's the thing that people are saying. So the clicker just kind of makes sure that I will hear it.
Okay.
So
Yep, that should not be a
um,
problem.
yeah, and then the other question I had is where the Great Wolf Lodge is a big place. Where about at this place will our contest be taking place?
So did you attend the district conference last year?
I unfortunately only participated virtually. I did not, but I have been to Great Wolf Lodge before.
Okay, so when you get there, it's going to be, I believe, in the ballroom. So that'll be like if you're
Okay.
facing the front, it's going to be on the right-hand side. We will have some
Oh,
signage
okay.
pointing to where you need to go. We'll have A, B, C, D on the doors. We should have some placards that have A, B, C, D that kind of point you in the right direction. And then we've got our Toastmasters signs out there. So hopefully
Okay.
it's pretty easy to find us.
All right. And if so, it sounds like someone just, while I was talking with you, someone tried to send me a chat. Guys, I have 2 ears, but I don't have 2 brains. So I'm sorry, but I cannot receive input from multiple sources at the same time. What was this chat about?
Someone asked if you have a clicker that you can bring.
I sure can.
That would be
Yeah.
very helpful.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I already have it in my backpack, but I'll verify that. Question
Awesome.
here.
Connie was next. Connie?
Okay, so I'm president of Phoenix Toastmasters and I jumped on, so you were giving the times for area 1. What are the times for B? Division B.
All divisions will have their own room and they'll start at 9 a.m.
Okay, and one of our table topics contestants, it doesn't show that there are any other table topics contestants. It's just Nicholas. Does that mean he's not, there are other contestants?
There are cases where there's only one contestant. They still have to qualify for time.
Oh, so he still has to. Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
Question
you.
over here.
Joel, you were next.
Well, my wife Yolanda would have a comment or question.
It's, I have been hearing it and break your hearing well, but I'm not able to,
My apologies. I can't hear you. It's very.
Yeah, it's not,
My wife has hearing problems, and she wants to make it noted that when she's in table topics, and that whoever calls out the question does so as loudly as possible. Can that be noted?
Yes.
And I have a question. I've heard a couple of different notes about the parking situation at Great Wolf Lodge. I got an email that said we paid for it, but I also been told by somebody in my club that we don't. Can you
You pay for
clarify
it.
the situation with regard to parking with someone?
They now require that you pay for parking.
there's also a dirt lot that's it's a little ways away that you can park in that is free.
Define a little ways.
I'm not sure. I haven't been there. I don't think it's like a mile. I think it's just across the way. Let me see if I can find a map.
Okay.
Tisha?
My question was similar to, I think Connie, well, Joel's wife. I have hearing challenges in my left ear. And in a loud room, and they may be quiet, the amplification is a challenge. So when this is my first time competing, first in my Great Lodge, all that. Will our name be called for us to come in, or will be escorted in? And then the question is read when we're facing, so that we can also see and hear, just need to hear the question clear. Because if people start talking, it's like, excuse me. So
the room should be quiet. As a table topics contestant, the area director is going to read the contestant speaking list, and then all but the first contestant will be asked to step into the hallway where you'll stay with the sergeant at arms who's located outside. When it is your turn to speak, they will let you into the room, and then I can make a note that would you like them to face you when they read the question, or do they just need to read it loudly?
just loud enough, loud and
Okay.
clear. I guess they'll read it once we're in position on the stage.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So you'll be up on stage or in the front of the room. The area director will say your name. They'll read the question. They'll say your name, and then you can begin.
Thank
And
you.
the room should be quiet. There shouldn't be a lot of chatter in between speakers.
Thank you.
Hey, let me clarify something earlier. Christine, did I say check-in was 8:30 in the morning for contestants?
Or the morning contestants.
In the morning. And the afternoon contestants, your check-in is at 1 p.m. So if you're in area 4, area 5, or area 6 in any division, your check-in time is 1 p.m. Your contest will start at 1:30. If you're in area 1, area 2, or area 3 in any division, your check-in time is 8:30. Your contest will start at 9 p.m.
Yeah, thank you for that bit about facing the contestant. That would be appreciated. My wife is, she's one with hearing issues.
Yep, I'm happy to make that note in the script for that area director.
Thank you.
Michael Diaz?
I think someone posted the same question in the chat. Are there going to be microphones or lapel mics?
No,
Really?
there are no lapel mics or microphones. It's your voice. So I hope this doesn't end up in the recording. Just the cost of that was astronomical. So no mics.
So how big is the room?
The room, I believe it's the ballroom, separates into three, and then there's another room. So each of those three rooms that the ballroom separates into hold 100 people, and then the fourth room holds 75 people. Which again is why we need everybody to please order your tickets, purchase your free tickets, because we want to make sure that we have enough seats in the room that you will be in. So we need to know the ticket count prior to the event.
Mike Herzovic?
Am I off mute here?
Sure, we can hear you.
Okay. I think most of my questions have been answered. One of them was how much is the parking going to be? And it's put in that's $15, even though this was advertised as a free contest. And so, and I'll comment on the dirt lot. It maybe not quite a quarter of a mile. It's across the street over there in just adding that. So I think I have figured this out, but I do want a quick clarification, Peter. So if we're in the morning contest, then when those contests are over, we're free to leave. Is that correct?
Correct. After contest number 3, we will present the awards, and then everyone's free to go. If you're competing, you want to wait to see if you won. So,
Yeah, I understand that, but I meant we don't have to stick around to the afternoon thing.
no, correct. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Robert O'Donnell?
Yeah, mine's more of a statement. I doubt it'll be a situation that you'll do anything about, but my concern, what I've seen before as far as the table topics contest, is with when you read the question the first time, an audience may have a response to the question, and that could help or hurt the first contestant. So my own strong suggestion, and I'm not sure if it's exactly it's written in the rule books this way in Toastmasters, but my strong suggestion is that everyone be taken out of the room, the question read to the audience, and that way also it allows the judges to write down the question without paying attention to a contestant. And then you bring in the contestant number 1, you read the question to that person, and on you go, like you normally would.
Oh, we'll take it under advisement.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Ambra?
Hi, my question is, will the judges be in one location in the room or randomly scattered in the audience?
You are not supposed to know who the judges are, even though you may. So they're supposed to be random.
Okay.
Linda Mosier?
Oh, hi. Can you clarify where that parking lot is across the street? What street? Where?
It's so when you drive into Great Wolf, into their driveway, Great Wolf is to the right as you're driving in. I believe the parking lot they're talking about is to the left. It's just a dirt parking lot. You might be able to see where the Diamondbacks practice from there, but
Peter, if you want me to share my screen, I can.
you are
Yeah,
sharing.
that would be helpful. Yeah, because I've never been there, so I'm in the blind here.
You're sharing your desktop screen.
We're sharing Chad's screen.
Oh, well, go ahead, Chad.
I am.
We can only see your desktop.
We only see your desktop.
I got 2 monitors. There you go.
There you go.
So there's Great Wolf Lodge, and then these are the other lots here.
That's the free lot right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Show her where Pima is.
Yeah, I see Pima.
Right
Where do we enter to that dirt lot?
Right where that red bubble is. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I have a visual. Thank you very much.
And you can see I have the Salt River Fields. That's what this is a part of. And you can see that's one of their lots, G lots and S lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Amber.
My question is, I'm giving a speech and I have practiced with props before. I was wondering if we were allowed props during this speech competition and where to put them if we are.
Great question. You are allowed to use props However, you're responsible for setting it up during the minute of silence and then taking away with you as soon as you're done speaking. So we cannot help
Do I
you
have
with
to
that.
put it? Okay. Is one of my team members able to help, or it's just on me?
One of your team members is able to help during the minute of silence. After that,
Okay. Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Just
and it's
just
not
to
electric.
note,
It's not. Is it an overhead or anything? We don't have overheads at all.
It's not an overhead, it's pieces of clothing.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah.
and just so you know that none of the contest team will be able to assist you with the props. So you'll need to sort that out with a team member, or be able to manage it yourself. Great
Okay,
question.
sounds great. Thank you.
Michael Diaz.
So if the judges are just going to be scattered throughout the audience, how do we acknowledge the judges
You don't.
at the beginning? So you don't start out with the Toastmasters contest chair. You don't do that.
Well, you can. Fellow Toastmaster is customary, but you don't have to. And addressing the judges is not customary.
Okay.
So something to note is we've cut a lot out of the script, so these are going to go very quickly. The division director is going to open the contest. They're going to do the housekeeping rules. They're going to introduce division or area director one. Area director one is going to open his or her contest, read the speaking order, and then go straight into contestants. And then area director one will close their contest. Division director will come back up, introduce area director two. And so they're going to go very, very quickly.
Because the rules said that when we're announced, we say, thank you, contest chair, and begin our speech in terms of table topics. So I read through them today. And that's all we need to say, right?
That's in the rule book.
I read the rules, you name, speech, name.
That's
and then
that's
you
the
respond
that's
for the testing of the volume.
Oh, I don't know if that's just for online, but since this is all in person.
Did we post a 2025 rule book?
So Tisha, that sounds
Yes.
very much like the script from last year. That's not the script for this year.
I clicked it from the email, but I'll check again.
Thank you. Let us know.
That would apply if we were doing a hybrid or an online contest, and we are not doing either of those things.
Okay, Ralph.
Thank you. I'm looking at the order, and I already know that I will be the only alternate there because the winner is out of town. When do you want to know about that? At registration or when that person's name is called?
Right, as soon as possible. So like right now.
Like yesterday.
All right, Christine, you're gonna
Hold on. Ralph, are you competing for voice of many for C2?
Correct.
I believe I've already got you. Is your name not in the?
So I am international is me, Ralph Potter, but for table topics, I'm the alternate for Constance Baumgartner.
So you will also be the table topics.
Correct.
Okay. I will make a note now.
Yeah.
And then we will update the script and have your name instead of Constance's name, but you will go in her spot in the speaking order.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
That's a great example, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Ralph. Ambra?
Again, so I just wanted to clarify the exact moment that the timer will end is when we say the words contest chair at the end of our speech. That's when the timer ends.
No, that is a great way to end, and it's a lot of people use it, but it's as soon as you stop speaking at the end. As soon as it's clear you're done speaking.
So if I can choose not to say the words contest chair,
Correct.
and I can have an extra half second technically.
Correct. Yes.
And then my other question was, because I don't want to get disqualified for not knowing what's going on.
Perfect.
Once we finish our speech, we stay rooted to the spot until we are dismissed by the contest chair, right? Until we don't just walk off when we're done.
Right. We're Toastmasters, so we shake hands.
Okay, I just wanted.
Some people are nervous and they walk off right away, and that's it's acceptable. But for the most part, as soon as we see that you're done speaking, the timer will stop, And if I was the area director, I would run up to you, shake your hand, and then you'd walk away. But as soon as you're done speaking or making any gestures that add to your speech, your timing will stop and or start.
It
Okay.
does say in the script, so it'll say, Ember, you may be seated. But your area director is probably going to come up and shake your hand and then say, you may be seated.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Can I add just one little point on this?
Can you can after one quick second. Wayne was next.
Hello. Just a quick question. Our wardrobe, is it business attire? Is it super casual? How do we come and present ourselves?
It's your presentation.
Okay.
If it were me, I would be dressed sharp, but that's me.
All
You're
right.
the presenter. You know, it's up to you.
Okay.
But if it were me, I would be dressed sharp. That does add to my persona on stage. But
Gotcha.
everyone come as you are presenting, as you're comfortable. Robert O'Donnell, thank you.
One point I wanted to make is the question regarding about timing finishing. I've seen a contestant, for instance, talking about jogging on the moon, and then they jog off the stage. That's considered continuing the speech.
Thank
so
you.
have to be aware of that to make sure that you stop any attempt to stay in character.
Thank you. That's a great example. Cindy Parker?
Yes, I was looking for the speaking order for division C, and I wasn't finding it. I found A and E, but I couldn't open up anything where I could find C. So I don't know what my speaking order is.
We're still in the process of updating and making a couple of changes.
I know I'm in the afternoon, so I would get there at 1 o'clock. And
Cindy, you are speaker 1 in for C4.
okay.
And if you refresh the website, they are all on there.
Okay, cool. I'll go back and look at that again then.
Sure.
You
And
might
just
have
so
to
you know, if you
scroll.
are in B6, I left it off the original list, and so I sent it over, and they are updating it, so it will be posted shortly.
All right, Linda Mosier.
Can you please remind me again where to find the order of speakers for table topics? I'm in area 2.
It's aztoastmasters.org/contest. It's on the front page. I will go ahead and put the website in the chat again.
Okay, I think I see it here, but I wasn't sure which one I should go to. Okay, thank you.
Emily?
Hi, will there be a podium or anything in our square that we can, or is it just the square?
Just going to be a square.
There's no stage, right, Christine?
There's no stage. So there's going to be white tape on the floor designating the speaking area, but there's no stage for this contest. No stage and no audio visual.
NB? Who's NB? You're still muted.
Nick, yeah, Nick Bretcher. And so I just want to confirm. So when we're called up, the area director will shake hands with them at the start and at the end, ideally. Because it was a little unclear to me.
Ideally, that would happen. Yes.
Okay.
There's situations where the speaker just runs off, nerves, first time, etc. Or maybe the area director is nervous and that doesn't happen. But your time starts when you make your first attempt to communicate with the audience. So if I do this, my time starts, even though I haven't said a word.
Okay.
And when I'm done speaking, I don't have to say thank you, contest here. As soon as I'm done speaking and done performing, done making any gestures, my timing stops.
Okay.
So even though the area director hasn't come up to me and said congratulations or thank you or you may leave now, As soon as I'm done speaking, my timing stops.
Okay, thank you.
And I would pause there until somebody acknowledges me or relieves me from the floor, ideally. But sometimes
Okay, all right.
that doesn't happen.
Peter, can I jump in before you jump to the next question real quick?
Yes.
So if I do not have your contestant eligibility form, you have received an email from me. If you're having trouble completing the form online, please email me so that I can either help you or collect a forwarded or emailed signed contestant form. So if you have not heard from me, I have your form.
Subdivision B, we are pulling the speaking order. We will begin with tabletop.
Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. Okay. So again, if you've heard from me, I still need your contestant form. I know that some people think that their club president or VPE sent it in. They may have sent in the notification of winner form, but it is up to contestants to send in their contestant eligibility form. So if you have not heard from me, I have it. If you got an email from me this week, please respond. If you're having trouble, please send me an email. I'll put the email in the chat again.
Okay.
One more thing. If you are a contestant here and you have not gotten anything from me, we do have one person on here who said that they are coming, but I did not have any record of it. If you can also send me an email so we can try to get that sorted out before Saturday.
Real quick, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Marcus, but I think Mona was first.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, just a question about the tape on the floor. Does that mean that if we step out of that box that you've mentioned, is that some sort of disqualifier, or can you just touch on that a little?
It depends on the judge, really. The floor area is designated so that the judges can see you.
Sure, I understand that, but if there's a box with tape and I step to the side or something like this, that's what I mean.
Yeah, my answer is it depends on the judge. So
as you progress forward at the district and beyond, you will need to stay within that designated speaking area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last question, are there any, because I've heard a few people mention, acknowledging judges and things like this, are there any things, or is there anything that you want us to say before when we come on or when we leave? Are there any like standard sort of protocol type Toastmasters lines that maybe I don't know of? I'm new to Toastmasters, so that's why I'm asking.
there's nothing required. A lot of people start their speeches with fellow Toastmasters and guests and end it with contest chair, but it's not required. It's just customary. It's just the way we are initially trained to do it. But
okay,
it's not required.
Yeah, I've not been trained to do that. So as long as it's not customary, I'm okay with that. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cheryl?
Yeah, I've been communicating with Michael Yandre, but my name is not updated. I'm an alternate in C5, and my name is not updated on the list yet. So I want to make sure that there's no issues there.
Cheryl, can you send me an email? Because I don't have communication on that. So if you wouldn't mind sending me an email at contests@aztoastmasters.org, we can get that updated.
Thank you.
All right, Marcus, you were next.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you got my speech title.
I did, Marcus, and I updated it for you. Thank you so much for sending it.
Okay, and so you've got everything you need from me then?
I do, yes, thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you. Linda?
Yes, I just want to make sure that my forms were received. I actually couldn't figure out how to send them on the email, and I took a photo and sent it to your email, Christine. Did you receive
So
that?
just so you guys know, I have like 100 emails that I've gotten from people trying to make changes and sending things in. So if I haven't responded to you, I do apologize. Linda, it does look like I have your profile and your eligibility form. So yes,
okay.
thank you. You're good to
Thank
go.
you so much. Thank you.
All right, Michael Diaz.
Yeah, Christine, I did find my name on the list on the website. I have not received an email from you, so am I safe in assuming everything's good to go?
What is your email address?
M as in Michael, K as in Catherine, Q as in Queen, A as in Apple, and then my last name Diaz, mkqadiaz@gmail.com.
So I sent you an email on February 6th, MKQA Diaz, with all of the information that you would need. mkqadiaz@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Right. Let's see, I'm looking for it.
Just we'll keep moving on, but if you want, we can connect again afterwards.
What's your email that I should be looking for?
Contests@aztoastmasters.org.
Okay.
All right. Mary Lee Madison. You're muted. You're muted. Mary, you're still muted. Do you want to put in the chat, Mary? Ask to unmute.
There was a question in the chat while we're do we need to bring proof of path level completion? You do not. We are checking the membership list to make sure that you are eligible. That question was from Cheryl.
Okay. John Hammond. You're muted.
It's got to be the word of 2025. You're muted. Yeah. I have looked in here, and I apologize if you said it already. The way the contest comes out in the morning, I believe it's division C and D in the morning. Is that correct?
No, it's all areas 1, 2, and 3.
A, B, C, and D all start. A, B, C, and D all start at 9 a.m. They're running concurrently at the same time in different rooms.
Oh,
And that'll be for areas 1, 2, and 3. And then divisions A, B, C, and D for the afternoon will also run concurrently for areas 4, 5, and 6.
okay. So D1 table topics would be in the morning then.
At 9 a.m. Yep.
Okay. And as I look at this chart, looking at on the column for D1 table topics, I only see my name. Is that correct?
There are some contests where there's only one speaker.
That's correct, John. I've got the schedule up right now. That's correct.
Okay.
Don't go over time, sir.
Yeah. Try not to screw it up. Thanks, guys.
Tony?
Yes, thank you. The question I have, I have a problem here with my video, okay? The question I have relates to the, oh shoot. I've been waiting so long. I don't know what my question is now. I'm sorry. I'll pass for a while until I remember.
Yeah. Lower your hand, then raise it again when you're ready.
Okay.
All right. Tisha?
I just muted myself so I can get my order. And I see Tish Rose. Tish is fine. Tisha, and I don't know if you printed everything. It's Tisha Rose, Tisha Rose. The wheel had Tish Rose. It's okay. Just bring it to, the attention of officials.
Thank you.
Thank you. So one thing, Peter, you might have mentioned this already, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. When you arrive to the Great Wolf Lodge, please go directly to your room. There will not be a check-in table. There will not be anyone saying, okay, go to your room. You're expected to know what room you're in. There will be Toastmasters signs. There will be signs on the door for A, B, C, and D. There will be some other easels that have, directions. When you get there, at 8:30. You're going to go in and you're going to check in with your area director or your division director, and you are going to please tell them how to pronounce your name if there is a special way to announce it. We want to make sure we get everything right. So please do check in so your area and or division director know that you're there and how you want your name to be read. So we are going to be providing them with scripts, but those scripts are not phonetic. So just please make sure that you let them know when you get there. Audience members will not be allowed in until 9 a.m. So you'll have 30 minutes to get checked in and get settled.
Okay. Thank you. Mary Lee, did you get your voice working?
Yes, I handled it in the chat, or I asked in the chat. I'm not sure, I didn't see my name listed for the International Speech Contest.
What?
And I'm in B5.
You're in B5. Okay. I'm not sure why that's not on there, but I will get that updated for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Marcus.
Tony, did you remember your question? Tony?
Yes. The question I have is I sent before I fill out the form twice, one early right after the club contest, and then I received them again, so I filled them up again. But so the second forms, I changed the title of the speech.
Okay. Tony, if you would please email me the title of your speech just to make sure that I've got it. The email is contests@aztoastmasters.org. I can drop it in the chat again.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael? Michael Diaz? You're muted.
Okay, sorry. Christine, I did receive the email that you resent to me, and it's the contestant form. I filled this out like way in advance, so did you not receive it?
Give me 1 second. Nope, I've got yours. That was the original one letting you know of when the contest briefing was and when the contest details. So if you have not gotten an email from me since February, say 1st, you are good to go.
Great. That's what I need to know. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Luz, what did you post in the chat? Is it that B6 is still not showing?
No, it's Madison Lee or Mary Lee Madison's name is at the very bottom, so she is on the list.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't sure how I could have screwed that up.
It's a lot, Christine.
It is a lot. My team's been busy.
All right. While we're doing it, Tony, another question?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't lower it again. Sorry.
Cool. Before any other questions, okay, great job getting here, everyone. Somebody mentioned about dressing up. I say dress your sharpest, but it's up to you. Congratulations. Best of luck to everyone.
We're not hanging up yet, Peter.
I know, I was just waiting for other questions.
Okay.
So
there's a couple in the chat.
Oh, there are?
Yep. So Francisco asked, Francisco asked, I'm in Division C for table topics. Do I get tickets for 9 or 1:30? So it depends, Francisco, on what time you are competing. If you are in areas 1, 2, or 3, you'll need tickets for the 9 a.m. If you're in 4, 5, or 6, you'll need it for 1:30.
He's in 5, Christine. I just
Okay.
checked.
So
Afternoon.
you'll get tickets for the afternoon session only.
Yeah.
At this time, we do not have plans to do contestant interviews after each contest. They're just going to go very quickly, one after the other. That question was from Cindy. Thank you. Let's see, he's a member. So again, afternoon contest check-in at 1 p.m. Audience members will be allowed in at 1:30 and contest will start promptly. Michael, when you get to your contest, please let your area or division director know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for sending that over. And then those are all the questions in the chat for now.
All right, Embra.
Yeah, one last thing from me. I just wanted to say that I did look up the scoring rubric and it does have appearance as a category. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I will post the ballots if you guys would like to review what those look like. Posting the international.
Thank you, Embra. Kevin?
Yep, great comment. Thank you.
Hi, Christine, I wonder if you could check for me. I too turned in my paperwork quite early. Do you have me there?
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Kevin?
Kevin Dubois, yes, for international. I turned it in on the 22nd of January.
Yep, I've got you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Cynthia?
I was trying to lower my hands, but on the topic of appearance, dress comfortable, dress to make the impression and your outfit to fit your speech is the best recommendation that I can give you. In regards to the designated speaking area, it's the same as if you fell off the stage or you ran off the stage. And that is what they're looking at. But for all items, please refer to the contest rule book. That is your best guidance as well as the judges form. And that should guide you into how to best prepare and deliver your speech for the contest.
Thank you, Cynthia.
So I'm putting in the chat, I put the international speech contest ballot, the table topics contest ballot, a link to the contest website, and a link to Ticket Leap, which is where you can get your free tickets. Another note Peter might have already mentioned, we are not going to be doing a dignitary list. I don't know if that's a thing.
Not for these guys, for the other group.
Okay, you never know. Trying to cover the bases. Hey, Chad, are you there?
Was.
He was.
Yeah. Yes.
Just curious if you have any advice or feedback from the contest we did in Tucson that could be beneficial for contestants here.
Wrong chat.
Yeah, sorry. You reached the wrong Chad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so this is Chad Reed, Division Director for D. So I was down in Tucson with some of the others. So this is obviously, it's a new format. There'll be a little bit of growing pains, but for those of you that have been around for a long time or that are new, it's a much smoother process. We tried it out last weekend. It went great. No major issues, and it streamlines everything, and it's going to hopefully lower everyone's temperature, functionaries and contestants, and it'll be much smoother based upon what we experienced down at Tucson.
Thank you, Chad.
Can we call it?
If there are no other questions, going once, going twice. Thanks to everybody who's putting feedback and love in the chat. We appreciate it. The team has worked really hard to make this happen, and we hope that you guys have a wonderful experience. We hope that there's a lot of people in the room to cheer you on, and you know, it's not required, but there are, 13 to 15 volunteers in every contest. So
Yeah.
Send out some good vibes to thank those people for volunteering and for showing up to help make this happen for everybody. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of people. We have 4 contests going on at the same time, and probably, you know, hopefully at least 50 people in each room cheering you guys on. So if you do have any feedback or comments or ideas, please do save them for after the contest. At the contest is probably not the best place, but we do welcome feedback, good, bad, and just ideas in general. But please do save those for after the contest so we can make sure to make your next year even better.
We hope all your club members come to support you, but they need a ticket. So remind them, I'm competing in the morning, buy a morning ticket. I'm competing in the afternoon, buy an afternoon, wherever you're competing, remind them, because they will need a ticket, or just to register. They don't need the physical ticket.
Hey, I do have a real quick question, and it goes back to the parking. Do you know if that parking is cash, or can they take cards, or do you not know, or what?
I don't know, Christine. Do you know? It's usually self-pay, but I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can look it up
so I
really
don't
quick.
know.
Yeah, I don't. It's new. It's new to us too. Last year, the last event we had, I don't think it was required, but now it is.
One more thing, somebody had a question about lunch. There is not going to be lunch provided. There is a food court, I believe, that you can access, and there are restaurants within a mile or so that you can go get food. You cannot bring any outside food into the location. You could probably bring a water bottle, but if you are planning on bringing outside food, just don't eat it on premises. So I don't want to say eat in your car, but don't bring it inside because the hotel will get mad at us for that.
But they have a nice food court. It's just food court prices.
Stephanie, if you, I would say try to get there at 8:30. If they call your name and you are not there for your contest, you would be disqualified. We won't be able to add you to the end. So please, everybody, try to be there at 8:30 to check in.
I'd also suggest that people do not wear a Toastmaster badge if they're competing.
Mike, did you have another question?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
That's okay.
The Toastmaster badge is so that you're not allowed to show like I'm a DTM or stuff like that. So
Great point. Thank you.
That's why people are usually told do not wear a badge, because it just says it can go in any direction for you. I expect more from a DTM, or that they're a DTM, they should win. It can go in either direction.
Tisha, do you have one more question?
One more. So international is first. So it's 1 through 3 or 1 through 4.
Table topics is first.
Table topics. Will the international speakers in the room be in the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Support each other. Thank you.
All right, everyone, that's our time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Best of
everyone.
luck. See everyone at 8:30 if you're in the morning, 1 p.m. if you're in the afternoon.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See who wasn't paying attention. We're still online. All right. Let's talk bad about whoever's left. Speaker, Stevie, Naomi, Embra. I can kick him out. Are we good?
If you don't mind hanging out for a minute.
I need to stop the recording.